Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Today what we're going to do is work in my budget planner for the week of June 16th. And yeah, let's get into it. So I think the first thing we need to do though is close out June 9th that week. I have, for the most part, updated my transactions, but I need to go in and do my running totals and my highlights. So let's do that. So this is going to be a little bit more work that needs to be done than I usually need to do for the week because I'm a little bit behind. But we're going to go ahead and get it done. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my little calculator. Love this calculator because it has a window that kind of sits straight up, and I'm short, so you know it's easier for me to see. But yeah, I am just going to update all of my expenses, and I'm just kind of going through, and I'm going to put in my running totals here. I will say this week I had a lot of expenses. For some reason, the way this week fell, a lot of my bills just ended up rolling over into this week instead of last week, which was quite interesting. I think it just was because of the way some of my due dates fell on the weekend, and you know, with banks and stuff, that means they actually came out of my account the following week. So you know, that's what it is. But I don't want to use that as a total excuse. I actually did a lot of purchases this week as well. I did some home purchases. I bought a lot of things for my hobby, which is, I have several hobbies, but the one I'm like actively engaged in is adult coloring right now. And so I did make a lot of transactions. You know, bought some coloring books and things like that. What I will say is a lot of my transactions are small, you know, because it's a transaction, you know, it's just small. So I have to put it on here. So it's not, I do have a lot of transactions, but I didn't necessarily overspend, which is what I'm really excited about. You know, I did things like I spent maybe $5 at Five Below or something like that. Okay, almost finished. Like I said, it was a lot. I had to pull out my extension sheet, you guys. But really, you know, at the end of the week, this is how I close out for the most part. You know, I go in, I make sure that I have recorded all of my debits, all of my expenses, and I get everything updated. Okay, so I have finished the totals, my running total. As you see here, I already have my categories listed. So I am going to take my highlighters and go in and make sure that I have my categories highlighted. So let's see what I got. I have bills. Now these highlighters, I use the Sharpie Creative markers for my highlighters, and I just kind of went in and put a little box label with the category, and then I use some Scotch tape to keep the label in place. So I just come in and I highlight this per category. The highlighting allows you, or allows me, to quickly see what I spent for that category. And that way, when I am doing my totals for the month and my envelope totals, it's really easy just to spot them right away. So dining out, I actually ate out more than I wanted to. you know, just kind of being really transparent, it was a rough week. And I can't even tell you why it was a rough week for me. I really can't. But, you know, I really struggled a lot this week. I struggled with anxiety. I struggled with being productive. And so I found myself not like spending time cooking or anything like that. And I was, you know, probably eating out more than I should have been. And I'm not happy at all to say that. But some weeks, guys, it's like that. I mean, I don't know what to say. You know, it is what it is. I'm hoping this week will be better, because I don't like spending my money eating out, because this sucks. The food sucks. I prefer to cook. You get more value. It's not even about savings, if I'm being truthful with you. You know, it's just, I don't think the food industry ever truly bounced back from COVID. I mean, I know we're a long way from COVID, but I'm just telling you, y'all know it's true. You know it's true. The quality of what you get when you're out, it's not even just food. It's, I would say, like the travel industry and all that, like hotels and stuff. But the quality, the service that you get, it's never been the same. It has never been the same since COVID. And so, you know, you're getting much less for your money. And we're not even going to talk about the cost of things with inflation and stuff. I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to talk about the service and the value that you get for the money that you're spending. It sucks. Let's be real. It sucks. So because of that, I really don't enjoy dining out. When I do, it's because I'm rushed, or like what was going on last week. And I just don't enjoy it. I don't know any other way to say that. Okay, so let's go over my plan for the week and see, for last week, and see how I did. I definitely had a lot of my bills come out like anticipated. I went over on eating out, so let me record what I did on eating out. Chick-fil-A. I don't even like Chick-fil-A like that. You see what I mean? It's just, that's the way things go, y'all. Okay, so 15, oh, I round these off. So I went over by like $12. Not as horrible as I thought, but still not what I wanted. I didn't have anything in personal. I definitely went over my grocery budget though. $13.44 at Walmart, $7.97 at Publix. And that's because I went to the store like a couple of times. Target, $72.83. That was crazy. Publix, $19.25. Like, did I spend $72 in groceries at Target? I mean, yeah, okay. I'll let that go. I feel like that's way off, but then again, it's not, because I know that I spent it. So it is what it is. So that puts me minus $37. So I am $57 over my budget for groceries. Don't like that at all. Okay, so yeah, guys, that was the week of June 9th. It wasn't as horrible as I thought it was. Let me just be clear, it wasn't. But I did have a lot of expenses come out, a lot of bills that came out, which I'm very thankful for. You know, there have been times when you're not able to pay your bills, or for me, there have been times when I wasn't able to pay my bills. And so I'm thankful to be able to pay my bills now. Thankful for the small things, you know. Instead of complaining about how many bills I have, I'm just thankful that I'm able to pay them, because there are a lot of people who can't. And I know what that feels like. So I don't want to use this pen to do this. All right, I'm just doing my label for the week of June 16th. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about what I have to do this week. June 19th, which is a holiday, is coming up, and I might go somewhere on the holiday. I'm not sure. And if I do go somewhere, that means my budget will be lower than I thought. So I'm gonna do $50 on my grocery budget. Transportation, $25 is definitely time to get gas. I don't know what I'm gonna do for entertainment, because I might go out, so I'm gonna put $300 just in case. And then personal, I don't need anything personal. Eating out, I'm gonna put 20, because I may, like I keep saying, I might go out of town. Planning supplies is gonna be my habit tracker for the week, which is a no spend for me. Bills for next week coming up into the 16th. Thank God I've pretty much paid just about everything. I do have my credit card bills that are due. My gym bill is due, I believe, on the 16th, that I'm going to pay. Probably a Patreon. Let's see, Amazon Prime. That's weeks after that, though. And then let's see here. Okay, and I also think I make a bigger business transfer in the middle of the month. So I think that's about $60. I'm going to write that down because I need to double check that. And then for my meal plan, let's see. I believe I am going to probably do tacos. That's all I know right now. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that because I don't know what else I want to eat. I spent so much on groceries this week that you would think that I would know 100% what I'm going to eat, because I should have it. I should have enough in my freezer, but that's not the way it works. I wish it was, but it's not. So, okay, I'm just looking for my highlighters now so that I can come in and highlight these categories. Okay, grocery, that's blue. Dining out is purple. Auto is green. Entertainment, and then personal. Okay, so my budget is done for the upcoming week, and I'm super excited about it. All right, let me move my bills and expenses sheet to the next week so that I can reference it during that week. All right, this is what my budget looks like for the week of June 16th. A lot going on because it is a holiday week, and I might go out of town. So I am a little bit hesitant to put too much down there for my meal plan and things like that because I actually may be out of town part of the week. But I have a limited grocery budget because I went way over on budget during the prior week. No personal. If I do go out of town, I've budgeted that under entertainment. I don't know if I'm going to go yet because I really have not planned anything, but we will see. Transportation and eating out. So that is what we have. And I am super excited that we're coming up to the middle of June. I am very ready to start planning for quarter 3 and to get everything set up fresh, ready to go for the new quarter. So super excited about that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope watching me ramble through my budget is helpful or at least halfway entertaining to you. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week planning.